This video is sponsored by Hydropower. Hydropower is rider-owned and specifically formulated for motocross. Give Hydropower a try. Visit drinkhydropower.com and use code TMN or click the link in the description to get 10% off site-wide. Today we are taking a look at the 2023 250 class breakdown to see who's racing West Coast and who's racing East Coast. On top of this, we are also looking at some racers who will be racing select rounds or filling in for injured riders. Alright, let's dive in. Let's first look at the Honda HRC riders. We have Jett Lawrence, who will be racing in the 250 West Coast class, and his brother Hunter Lawrence racing the 250 East Coast class. We also will be seeing Chance Hymas racing select 250 East rounds. Next, let's look at Phoenix Racing Honda. Over the past couple of years, this team went from a small privateer team to this year's massive team with some really heavy hitters. Let's see what they got. Jace Owen will be racing 250 East. Cullin Park will be racing 250 East. Kyle Peters is currently focused on defending his Arenacross title, but will make it for some of the 250 East rounds. Coty Schock will be racing 250 East, and Carden Braswall will be making his pro debut also in the 250 East class. Alright, next up, let's look at the Moto Concepts Honda team. They have Vince Friese lining up in 250 West, Mitchell Oldenburg, and Anthony Rodriguez all racing 250 West. Next up, Pro Circuit Kawasaki. Austin Forkner will be racing 250 West, Seth Hamaker East, Cameron McAdoo East, and Ryder DeFrancesco will be racing Supercross Futures. Let's next look at Rockstar Energy Husqvarna. This team used to have about 4 250 class riders, but now have narrowed it down to 2. RJ Hampshire will be racing the 250 West class, and Jalik Swoll on the 250 East class. Next up we have Red Bull KTM. Max Volan will be racing 250 East, and the newcomer and 2-time world champion Tom Vial will make his Supercross debut in the East class. Now let's look at the heavy hitter Star Racing Yamaha. Nate Thrasher will be on 250 West, Styles Robertson on East, Levi Kitchen West, Nick Romano West, Jordan Smith East, and possibly Hayden Deegan East. Deegan currently is only planned to race the Supercross Futures, but it's possible he attends some East Coast races on top of that. Next up, Troy Lee Designs Gas. Michael Mosman will be on East Coast, and Pierce Brown on the West. This year, the HEP Suzuki team has a 250 class lineup as well. Marshall Welton will be racing 250 East, and Dylan Schwartz will be racing 250 West. This one's a smaller team, but these guys have become pretty prominent over the past couple years. AEO KTM will have Josh Varese and Derek Kelly racing 250 West. Next up, Club MX Yamaha. We have Jeremy Martin and Garrett Marchbanks racing 250 East, and Enzo Lopes and Phil Nicoletti racing 250 West. Alright, next up, Bar X Suzuki. We have Derek Drake and Robbie Wageman and Ty Mashpool all racing on 250 West. Last but not least, we have Firepower Honda. We have Max Anstey racing 250 West, and Wilson Todd racing 250 East. There's still a few more teams I did not include, but I got all the heavy hitters. Who do you guys think will be the top contenders on each coast? Lots of changes and new names. Should be a good season. Give us your thoughts in the comments.